Your mechanic hid these 13 maintenance tips from you because these tips can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Today, we'll uncover the secrets behind these motorcycle maintenance tips. Let's dive in. Secret number 1. Check your oil like a pro. Every rider knows oil changes are necessary, but do you really know if it's time for a change? Most riders trust their mechanics blindly, but if you want your engine to last, you need to check your oil like a pro. Here's how. 1. Check the color and texture. If your oil looks black and gritty between your fingers, it's due for a change. If it's still golden or brown, you might have more miles left. 2. You don't need high-end synthetic oil unless your bike specifically requires it. 3. Always replace the crush washer on the drain plug when changing oil to prevent leaks. Secret number 2. Stop over-tightening your chain. If your bike's chain is stiff and unresponsive, dirt and road grime are likely causing increased friction and wear. Here's proper chain maintenance. 1. Start with a short ride to warm the chain and loosen dirt. 2. Put your bike on a stand so the rear wheel spins freely. 3. Clean the chain with proper cleaner, not WD-40, using a soft brush. 4. Apply motorcycle-specific chain lubricant to the inner side while rotating the wheel. 5. Check the chain slack. It should have about 20 to 30 millimeters of play. 6. If needed, adjust the axle nuts evenly on both sides. 7. And finally, wipe off excess lube to prevent dirt buildup. Secret number 3. Don't let your battery die prematurely. Do you know your riding habits can impact battery life? Short trips, for instance, don't allow the battery to charge fully, leading to a shortened lifespan. Use these tips to extend your motorcycle battery's life. 1. Ride regularly to help maintain the battery's charge level. 2. Try to avoid frequent short rides. If unavoidable, consider investing in a battery tender to keep the battery fully charged. 3. When not in use, store your motorcycle in a temperature-controlled environment to prevent extreme temperatures from affecting the battery. 4. Check battery terminals regularly for corrosion and clean them when necessary. Secret number 4. Bleed the brake system during pad replacement. If your brake lever feels mushy or takes more effort to stop, it means your brake pads might be too worn down to grip properly. Also, if your bike shakes when you brake, the pad might be unevenly worn. Or worse, the brake rotors might be damaged. Here's how to replace brake pads properly. 1. Start by protecting the rim with gaffer tape, then work on one side at a time to prevent brake fluid loss. 2. Remove the caliper, take out the old pads, and note the positioning of spring plates. 3. Carefully clean the caliper thoroughly using a bike cleaner and a brush, ensuring all grime is removed. 4. Push the pistons back carefully using a brake tool or the flat end of a screwdriver. 5. Install the new brake pads and secure them with the retaining pin and spring plate. 6. Clean the brake disc, refit the caliper, and tighten the bolts to the manufacturer's specified torque. 7. Pump the brake lever several times to reseat the pads against the rotor. 8. If the lever feels spongy, you'll need to bleed the brake system to remove air bubbles. And boom, you have your brake pads replaced. Secret number 5. Coolant maintenance basics. Your motorcycle's cooling system needs regular maintenance to prevent overheating and engine damage. While coolant may last longer than other fluids, always follow your owner's manual recommendations for coolant changes. These simple coolant maintenance tips will help you. 1. Check coolant levels regularly. Look at the coolant reservoir and ensure the level is between the minimum and maximum marks. If it's low, top it up with the correct coolant type. 2. Inspect coolant color. Healthy coolant is usually bright green, blue, or orange. If it looks rusty, murky, or sludgy, then it's time for a flush, regardless of elapsed time. 3. Use the right coolant. Always use motorcycle-specific coolant, not just car antifreeze, to prevent engine damage. 4. Keep radiator clean. Regularly clean your radiator fins and make sure your cooling fan is working properly to prevent overheating. Secret number 6. Use a multimeter for electrical issues. Most electrical problems aren't as complicated as mechanics make them seem. 1. Check the battery voltage. It should be around 12.6 volts when off and 13.5 to 14.5 volts when running. 2. Look for loose or disconnected wires with the simple wiggle test. 3. Check fuses if something suddenly stops working. A cheap and easy fix. 4. Clean corroded battery terminals with a wire brush and apply dielectric grease. These simple fixes will save you hundreds of dollars. Secret number 7. Check your air filter regularly. Cleaning or replacing an air filter is one of the easiest DIY maintenance tasks. However, some mechanics count on riders ignoring it, so they can charge for performance tuning when your bike starts running rough due to a clogged filter. Here's how to check and clean your air filter. 1. Locate the air filter box on your motorcycle, usually under the seat or on the side of the engine. 2. Remove the securing screws or clips and access the filter element. 3. Inspect the filter for dust, dirt, and debris. If it's only slightly soiled, you can clean it. 4. For paper filters, tap gently to remove loose dirt or replace it if it's too dirty. 5. For foam or washable filters, clean with warm soapy water, rinse thoroughly, and allow to dry completely before applying filter oil according to the manufacturer's instructions. 6. Reinstall the clean or new filter, making sure it's seated properly. 7. Secure the airbox cover and check that all fasteners are tight. Regular air filter maintenance improves fuel efficiency and engine performance. If you are enjoying the content, I would love for you to smash the like button and subscribe to be notified when we upload more tips like these. Let's continue. Secret number 8. Set your suspension sag correctly. To properly tune your motorcycle suspension, start by setting the sag. Your sag determines how much the suspension compresses under your weight. Here's the proper way to set suspension sag. 1. Lift the bike onto a stand so both wheels are off the ground, and measure the distance from the rear axle to a fixed point on the tail section. 2. Sit on the bike in full gear with both feet on the pegs and have someone measure again. The difference is your rider sag, ideally 30 to 35 mm for street riding or 25 to 30 mm for track use. 3. If the sag is too little, the suspension is too stiff and won't absorb bumps properly. If it's too much, the bike will feel unstable. 4. Adjust the rear shock preload by tightening it to reduce sag or loosening it to increase sag. If your bike has front preload adjusters, match the settings to the rear. Once sag is set, bounce on the seat. The suspension should compress and rebound smoothly. 6. Take a test ride and note how it handles bumps, braking, and acceleration. If needed, fine-tune the damping settings. Adjust compression for bump absorption and rebound for stability. Proper suspension tuning improves handling, grip, and overall ride comfort. If you're unsure about making these adjustments yourself, consult a professional suspension technician. Secret number 9. Use the right lubricants. WD-40 is primarily a water displacer, not a lubricant. Use these instead. 1. For pivot points, clean with degreaser. Then apply lithium grease. 2. For chains, use dedicated motorcycle chain lube. 3. For cables, use cable-specific lubricants with a cable lube tool. 4. For bearings, use waterproof bearing grease. Wipe off excess to prevent dirt buildup. Using the right lubricants prevents premature wear. Secret number 10. Adjust and lubricate cables. Don't wait until they snap. When throttle, clutch, or brake cables feel sluggish and stiffened, do these. 1. Apply cable-specific lubricant inside the housing. 2. Adjust tension using the barrel adjusters. 3. Inspect for cracks or damage. 4. Check for fraying at connection points. This simple maintenance prevents sudden failures and improves control. Secret number 11. Upgrade to LED lighting. Your motorcycle headlight is an essential component that helps you stay safe on the road. Replacing your headlight with an LED upgrade is easier than you think and can significantly improve visibility. Plus, you'll save money on labor by doing it yourself. Here's how to replace your headlight. 1. Look up your bike model's manual or check the existing bulb for the correct replacement size and type. 2. Access the bulb housing. Most headlights have simple screws or clips that let you pop the cover off. 3. Unplug the old bulb, being careful not to touch the glass of halogen bulbs with bare fingers. 4. Insert the new bulb, making sure it's securely seated. 5. Carefully reattach everything and test before hitting the road. If you're upgrading to LED, ensure it's compatible with your bike's electrical system and check local regulations regarding headlight modifications. This upgrade typically takes 15 to 30 minutes, depending on your bike's design. Secret number 12. Fixing a slow leak or punctured tire with a plug kit. If you notice your motorcycle tire losing air slowly or spot a small puncture, a plug kit can help you get home safely, but understand its limitations. Here's how to use a tire plug kit properly. 1. Locate the puncture. Spray soapy water on the tire and watch for bubbles forming over the leak. 2. Remove any debris or nails with pliers. 3. Use the reaming tool from the plug kit to clean and widen the hole slightly. 4. Insert a rubber plug into the plug tool, coat it with rubber cement, and push it firmly into the hole. 5. Pull the tool out quickly, leaving the plug in place. 6. Trim any excess plugs sticking out and let it set for a few minutes. 7. Inflate the tire back to the recommended pressure and check for leaks. Important safety note: a plugged motorcycle tire should be considered a temporary repair. For your safety, replace the tire as soon as possible, especially if the puncture is in the sidewall or the tire shows other signs of damage. While a $10 plug kit can get you home in an emergency, it's not a substitute for a proper tire replacement. Secret number 13. Adjust your clutch cable. An improperly adjusted clutch can waste power, cause premature wear, and make shifting difficult. If your clutch lever feels too loose or too tight, or shifting gears feels rough, follow these steps. 1. Check the manual for your bike's specific clutch free play specifications, typically 2 to 3 millimeters. 2. Squeeze the clutch lever. If it feels too loose or engages too late, it needs adjustment. 3. Start with the barrel adjuster near the clutch lever for minor adjustments. 4. If the barrel adjuster isn't enough, use the cable adjuster near the engine to set the correct free play. 5. After adjusting, start the engine and test by shifting through all gears to ensure smooth engagement. This 10 to 15 minute bike adjustment can prevent clutch damage, improve riding comfort, and enhance your bike's performance. If you enjoyed this content, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch our next video. See you on the next one.